Alright, this is going to need a bit of context before you get confused that I talk in a drunk Scottish accent. If you haven't heard of The Critical Drinker on YouTube, maybe watch one of his videos immediately after you've seen this and see how well I stack up in comparison. Alright folks, buckle the fuck up because today, fuck, I can't even, how am I going to do this? I gotta act a little bit drunk. This is how, a little bit drunk and also kind of nuanced, okay? Alright folks, buckle the fuck up because today we're talking about Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds. A film that managed to take alien invasions, giant fucking death machines, and Tom Cruise at the peak of his powers, and still somehow to make him boring, preachy, and woke before woke was even a thing. Yes, that's right. This movie is like ground zero for modern Hollywood's obsession with the message. War of the Worlds is the cinematic equivalent of getting cornered at a party by that guy who wants to tell you how capitalism is evil and actually he's moving to Berlin to start a techno DJ collective.
Right.
Nobody cares, mate. Just shut the fuck up and enjoy the explosions. Now lads, you might be thinking, Drinker, what's your problem with War of the Worlds? It's got aliens, explosions, and Tom Cruise's teeth. Well, let me show you, audience, because Hollywood decided that entertainment can come second to the message. See, back in the day, alien invasions were about hope, courage, and shooting green bastards in the face. Now it's about feelings, and I don't know about you, but I didn't go to the cinema to feel things unless it's the warm embrace of whiskey. That's a shit line, but we'll go with it. On paper, this should have been brilliant. Spielberg directing, Tom Cruise starring, H.G. Wells' classic story about aliens invading Earth. It's sci-fi royalty, but instead of giving us a lean, mean, alien-blasting thrill ride, but what do we get? We get Tom Cruise as the world's shittiest dad, Dakota Fanning screaming like she's been tasered every 30 seconds, and so much allegory about war and politics, it may as well come with a free Karl Marx starter pack. And let's not forget Tom Cruise, a grown man who doesn't even know the capital of Australia.
Really?
Like, mate, it's Canberra. It's not that hard. That's year 6 geography. Now, let's talk about Dakota fucking Fanning. Drinker, you might ask. Why was she even cast? Because she's a fucking girl. That's it. That's the reason. You've got a son character sitting right there. Prime material for a father-son survival arc. But nah, we'll shove him aside quicker than Warner Bros. Cancelling another DC movie. Why? Because Hollywood needed a daughter. Because in 2005, Spielberg was already laying the groundwork for what would already become the most insufferable trope in cinema. The unstoppable girl boss child who screams her way through the apocalypse while everyone else kind of just puts up with it. She screams at aliens. She screams at cars. She screams at peanut butter. She screams at Tom Cruise breathing too loudly. At this point, I half expected her to scream at her own shadow. And the film has the fucking gall to frame this as bravery, as resilience. But you know what it actually is? It's fucking annoying. This is what I mean when I say Hollywood can't resist injecting the message. And if you don't agree, you're probably a sexist pig who doesn't respect diversity. Thanks, Spielberg. Really subtle, mate. Now here's where things get properly stupid. Because this isn't just an alien invasion movie. This is Spielberg in his I need to make a statement era. Every scene drips with post 9/11 allegory. Crowds panicking in the streets, military convoys looking helpless, random civilians forming mobs because America is apparently a hair's breadth from collapse at any given moment. And then you've got the Iraq war parallels. Spielberg basically turns to the camera and says, "Hey kids, invading other countries is bad." No fucking shit, Steven. Characters literally stop mid-apocalypse to have deep philosophical debates about foreign occupation. No way! It's like Spielberg wanted to remind you every 5 minutes that aliens are America and Earth is Iraq. And to make it crystal clear, he let us on the communist undertones too. I came here to watch aliens blow shit up, not to be lectured like a first-year college student who just discovered Che Guevara posters on Etsy. Fucking hell. And then there's the logic of the film, or rather the complete lack of it. Tom Cruise outruns heat waves that vaporize entire city blocks. Entire bridges get annihilated, but somehow his car survives because of reasons. Whole convoys of tanks and helicopters are wiped out in seconds. This one family in a minivan keeps fucking trucking. Why? So the movie can happen. That's it. No explanation, no science, just plot convenience. Whole armies are fucked, but Tom Cruise survives because he's Tom fucking Cruise. Amazing writing, Steven Spielberg. And then we get to the ending. After 2 hours of screaming children, political allegory, and logic that would embarrass a Transformers sequel, how do the aliens die, you ask? Do they get nuked? Do the humans come up with some genius counterattack? Nope, they get killed by germs, by the fucking common cold. Interstellar conquerors capable of building death machines buried underground for thousands of years, but apparently nobody on their planet invented Death Hole. Honestly, it's the laziest Deus Machina imaginable. It's not even Deus Machina, it's fucking hay fever-esque Machina. Spielberg basically shrugs and says, bacteria did it. It's like he couldn't be arsed writing an ending, so he just copy and pasted H.G. Wells' cop-out from 1898 and called it a day. They even hired Morgan fucking Freeman to spit out that shite like we haven't been watching the film for 2 hours. So what are we left with in the end? War of the Worlds is a film that could have been a tight, thrilling sci-fi spectacle. Instead, it's a screeching, preachy, political-soaked mess that only survives on sheer star power and a budget big enough to blind you with CGI. To quote a Fanning screams, Tom Cruise fails geography, Spielberg lectures us about Iraq, and in the end, the aliens catch a fucking cold.
A fucking alien.
This movie is foundationally terrible. It's the prototype that's everything going wrong with Hollywood ever since. It's all about optics, and more importantly, it's all about the message, and never about telling a tight, entertaining story. And the ultimate explanation for why it all happens is just so the movie can happen. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now. Fucking hell, my throat is absolutely killing me. How did I do? Me personally, I'm not a huge fan of his takes from the movies I enjoy. He just isn't really my flavor. He's a bit too much rage baity for my liking. But I do like doing a Scottish accent, hence the motivation for this entire video. If you've got any suggestions on what I should do next, I would love to hear it in the comments, so please let me know. And recently, I've been lucky enough that my goal video has done quite well, and a whole bunch of new people have subscribed to me since, which I'm so grateful for you to have subscribed. So thank you so much for being here. Welcome. It's going to be weird. Some of my videos might be shithouse, but I appreciate you coming along for the ride and the journey regardless. I'm just figuring it out here, and hopefully this can grow and we can have a decent community here. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd love to hear from you. But yeah, anyway, please subscribe. Thank you. Ciao.